be strong.
Welcome back, guys. New episode of the Big Phat Podcast, powered by CrossFit Green, fueled by Sweat and Reset, supported by Phat Nutrition, Phat Barbell, and Phat Gymnastics. We have the girls back with us again today. This is take number 3. We had a battery issue, we had a hat issue, and now we're going with it for the third time.
I really feel like Fergal should show you all his hair.
I should, but I'm not going to. I'm going to save it as a surprise when the gym opens up again.
Oh, God.
Coach Lauren and Coach Sonia.
Oh,
back on
well, I
us
can
again.
jump off if you want.
The two girls.
Leave it to you and Lauren.
You missed that phase where we called Jane Lauren. Lauren was Jane.
Because they do look similar.
Both tall, lovely ladies.
Yes, very lovely.
Good save.
Girls, hot CrossFit news we'll go through first. This week they're announcing the quarterfinals. What you make of the new format of the CrossFit Open?
Yeah, I kind of like it. Obviously, I'd prefer if there was competitions that they can go to in the semi-finals, but it's not looking very likely. Maybe in America, but the German Throwdown have already announced it's going to be online, so don't think there'll be any in Europe, unfortunately.
I think they were scheduled for Holland and Germany.
Yeah.
And the German one's already gone.
Yeah, and there was no mention of Filthy 150 because I don't know.
But that would have been on November, I think. I don't know what's happened with the sanctions.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit all over the place. I feel like I'm not there, so I'm not really concerning myself.
Well,
I'm not that good.
I really enjoyed the 3 weeks. I think keep it at 3 weeks. I don't want to do 5 weeks.
Love 3 weeks.
Nice. Well, I did one out of the 3, but yeah, I really liked that 1 week.
Yeah, but if you had to do all the weeks, you'd be like, 3's grand.
Yeah,
3's a good test.
handy.
I like the way they do it as well now, that it's, I think you have to do 2 workouts on the Friday, 2 workouts on the Saturday, and 1 workout on the Sunday, and they have to be posted and logged on that day.
Exactly, yeah, it's good because you don't have strategic, like I'm going to do my heavy lift this day and that day.
Do they have different rules though for different time zones? Or is it all done with
I don't know. I was actually asking Lorraine, one of the girls, that the other day, because they'd have to, because obviously we're going to get the announcements in the middle of the night. Yeah. So they have to be allowing extra time to do your workout and post it. So obviously I'd say it's the same as what the actual Open is. You know, we get till Monday 6 p.m, isn't it, normally, to upload? We get till 1 p.m. So it comes out normally at like 1 a.m. in Irish time on Friday mornings, and we have until like 1 a.m. basically Tuesday morning. So when it passes over from Monday to Tuesday, they'll have to allow for that. I don't know what way it is exactly. Do you remember the Rogue Invitational last year? Cara Webb had to do like the workouts at like 3 a.m. in the morning. That was very funny. I'm sure she didn't find it very funny for a girl, but I think she had a newborn as well at the time. But that's what you have to do when you're a top athlete. You have to sacrifices that have to be made. Exactly. Athlete.
Moving on from that, we are in the 4th month of lockdown. Big bummer, I suppose.
I think we're in more than 4 months, nearly a year. Well, more than a year.
Well, this has been this has been the longest one that we've had to date, and I think a big thing going around at the moment is mental health awareness. I think Lars, you had something posted the other day on the Facebook.
Yeah. So it's come around that time again. It's darkness into light. So we're hoping to kind of get a group coming down from the gym. We'll do it down in Sandy Cove. Watch the sunrise together. And then we might go for a dip. Dipping is optional, but
depending on the temperatures.
Just no double dipping. Come here, what date is it on?
That is the 8th of May.
Is that a Friday morning, isn't it?
It's normally Thursday, is it?
Friday morning.
Friday, okay.
Is it Friday or Saturday morning?
I think
it's
you
Friday. Have to get up at 4 a.m. Saturday morning.
I can already tell Fergal's not coming. He's like, 4 a.m, I'm out.
You should sit like I barely make work at 6 a.m. when we're open. 4 a.m. is a push.
Yeah.
But is it 4 a.m. in the morning and then on Saturday morning, is it?
No, Friday morning.
It's Friday morning. Okay. All right.
Thursday night to Friday morning.
And is it Sandy Cove is the...
Oh no, it's Friday night into Saturday morning. Yes, yeah.
Anyway, just check Lauren's post and you'll get the finer details, because clearly none of us know what's happening.
Yeah, so in the Facebook group, if you are there or not, just give me a shout.
You'll see it posted all over social media as well over the next 1 week. Darkness into light, it is called. Fergal's wearing the colours actually. It's normally yellow t-shirts.
Not coincidence.
Yes. And anyway, even if you're not joining, it's good. It's my charitable contribution of the year. Yeah.
Kira, what are they doing with it this year? Normally, obviously, I don't think they were allowed to do it last year. They said to do it online or something, or just do it at the time in your own location. Wasn't it?
Do it in your own time. Yeah.
Is that what they're doing this year?
You organise it kind of yourself.
Okay.
They're not doing the usual like
everyone meet in a one
Park,
location.
they can't do that. So
because numbers.
Yeah,
it's all for good causes, for suicide awareness.
Yeah.
Lovely, which is a big ordeal in Ireland at the moment. Going on from that, girls, I believe the two of you are madly in love with mental health awareness stuff.
Madly in love.
Well, no, out of all the coaches that we have here,
we've gone through
yeah,
a couple of things that have
like
really
it'd
brought
be
it to our
probably at the
attention.
forefront of your training as the way you train and stuff like that. Isn't
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think I mentioned when I was on with you first, like the reason why I got into training was, you know, just because I don't like it when I'm not training. I have that kind of like, I feel like I'm a much better person. My moods are a lot level. I'm not about to murder Rob in his sleep. So I think like it's one of the reasons, well, it's probably the biggest reason why I got into it. And I definitely am kind of struggling at the moment where, like, you know, we're not in the gym, we're not getting to see people, I'm not training as much, I've also got an injury, and like combined with the lockdown, I'm really finding it tough, and I know like everyone else is. So I just think we should talk about it more, and like I don't think there should be a stigma attached to it anymore, and I don't think
masculinity, manliness, ignore it. Just bury everything deep down and never talk about it.
Yeah,
men need
Not
to
really,
talk about
not
their
really.
feelings, Fergal.
Really.
That's why we have
That's why I did
ambushed
November.
you on this podcast.
Did you not see my big massive tash I had in November?
yeah,
That wasn't all in the name of men stuff.
mental health.
Prostate cancer, yes,
Yes.
and men's mental health. That's what it was for. That was my charitable cause last year.
I think people are getting better at talking about it, but it's a classic Irish thing: sweep things under the carpet and say nothing about it. Like,
Such an Irish thing.
yeah, and I just like, I think you just feel so much better if you just talk about it, even like just talking to a friend and just saying, I'm having a shit time, I don't feel great, like, and they'll, I'm sure, say the exact same back to you, because like,
Well, no one is feeling great at the moment. Unfortunately, this
It's
is
a bit of a bummer
been a
last week.
testing
with that
time. With the what?
With the news that
Oh, I thought you said the Lewis. I was
No,
like,
it's
why are you getting on the Lewis?
they had the government announcement
Yeah.
last week. It was a bit of a slur buzz.
Especially when you're looking at the UK and
Yeah.
they have most of their population through
Well,
part one of the vaccine. And
Not that it's related. You probably girls probably mightn't care about this, but so the Euros is on, but because
Yes.
I don't think they're going to allow, you have to be able to allow some sort of crowds attend.
yeah, so
So you
they
have
can
to give
test.
UEFA or something like that. So like Wembley have told them that they'll allow 45,000
Mm.
for the semis and 45,000 for the final. But the Viva, I think they're saying the Irish government won't have an answer for them, so they won't be able to actually use their spot for the Euros this year.
Oh shit.
It's a bit of a slur buzz.
Yeah. Not that it was going to bring money to the economy anyway.
I was-
coming, but sure, look, it was a highlight for us to look at.
Part of me was thinking about that it'd be cool to have it over here, but at the same time you wouldn't have any crowds for the atmosphere or anything like that, so you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to.
Wouldn't be the same vibes.
No, it wouldn't be having the
Mm.
same atmosphere. Went off topic there, but anyway.
It's okay. We'll
Back
bring
on
it back
topic.
to mental health. And I guess Lauren was saying that she kind of got into the gym because of her mental health, and it was kind of more of an escape for her, whereas mine was slightly different. I just grew up training and doing every sport, so it was amazing for me. Mine was the opposite end. Unfortunately, you would have heard on the last podcast, I was in a 3-car pile-up on the motorway, and unfortunately I'm still going through the consequences of that crash and the injury, and along with all that, I've really struggled mentally, just for comparison of what I once was able to do, like going to CrossFit competitions, me and Catherine podium, or me, Fergal, Clodagh and Podge, and then to not being able to do what I once was, and then obviously being that coach and not being able to demo and putting pressure on yourself, it's like bet me up a lot in my head. So I've had a lot of struggles in that sense. So there is a lot of different ways that people can come to mental health issues. It's not just
oh yeah, completely.
one or two things.
And it can be one of those things, like it's a slow burner, you don't realize it, like it could be something significant, like when my dad died, but it could be like just something that is just developed over time, and it's almost harder to notice that when it comes on you very slowly, because you don't recognize it. But you know, I've gone through bouts of like feeling down and feeling better, and it's kind of when you felt really low, you kind of identify when that's coming on again. And for me, like, I know I can be like, right, I'm getting into a lull now, I need to pick myself up out of it. But when you when you get there in the first place, you're like, what's going on? Why do I feel like
As
this?
in like the first time when you get there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like the first lull you get, you're just like, what's going on?
I remember Rob said to me, it's years ago, but he just found himself getting into a slump and he didn't realize what it was. And it was only because I've gone through things like that before that I was like, actually, no, you're, and I was dragging it out of him. And like, I was like, I could see it happening.
Yeah.
But it can be a shock in the beginning when you don't realize that you're kind of slipping into that darker place.
Or you don't want to believe it as such, Lauren, isn't it?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to believe it.
But again, you had your big outlet for when you got them, I suppose, feelings. Your was exercise.
Yeah.
Then when you got that kind of stuff, being told that you couldn't exercise, that was obviously
I'm like, just let me do what I want, like a little spoiled toddler.
How did you deal with that? Because I know you've done so much stuff with that car accident,
so,
trying to resolve any issues that you've had with it.
Yeah, and I've obviously, I haven't really spoke about all of this with not many people know and stuff like that, but I got stuck in a really bad rabbit hole, and it was nearly harder because I was coming to work every day in a gym and I was putting on this brave face to everyone and bringing them through their fitness journey, but going home at night and crying my eyes to sleep, or waking up in the middle of the night not being able to sleep. And I got stuck into as I said, a massive rabbit hole, and it was only for Craig like being like, Sonia, what the hell is wrong? Like, there's something wrong, where I'm gonna break up with you, like literally like so much shit, to the point that he's like, you need to go and help yourself. So something that I did, and I've been doing it for like the last 8 or 9 months, and I've actually started going to counselling, and it's probably been the best investment that I've ever spent money on before in my life. And I think I put it off for so long, like doctors and specialists.
The old Irish stigma.
Stigma.
There's another solution somewhere.
I'll go back to this story of stigma when you talk about it, and it's funny now, we laugh about it, but it actually wasn't funny at the time. I was probably at my lowest point in New Zealand and just in constant pain, and then not sleeping, and my head just never switching off. I didn't know what was going on. Obviously never been through this, and I'd been to a couple of different GPs and physios and doctors, and long story short, they tried to put me on antidepressants, right? So I rang my mum at home and I was like, Jesus, Mum, I'm depressed. And like, just to say the word depressed is like, what the hell? Shouldn't be like that anyway. And my mum pissed herself laughing, like out loud on the phone. And it's not because my mum doesn't love me or I don't have a good relationship with my mum. Like, we are really, really close, but that is bringing it back to the Irish stigma of just brush it under the carpet, you're fine, we just stop, just get on with it. But I guess when you go back to that, I started going to counselling. I enrolled in a meditation course, so I did like 3 days intense, like learning how to meditate yourself. Now I'm actually studying to become a meditation to teach meditation and journaling and that sort of stuff, and we've incorporated that in the CrossFit Green program over the last couple of weeks. It's
good. It's a good outlet.
Yeah.
What did you do with yours? Were you just like, I just need to go to the gym, or did someone tell you to go to the gym, or?
No, like I think I stumbled into the gym, like I kind of did it for those reasons of like, I want to be skinny,
I want to be skinny.
But then I realized, whoa, it has such a massive impact on how I'm feeling, like as a kid I didn't realize I was depressed, but like and like it's that usual thing that she's tall, she sleeps a lot because she's growing.
She's tall.
She sleeps a lot.
I am tall, but like no, but she's
that old growing. Thing that you
she's just growing,
that so you grow more in your sleep.
But I think I actually was depressed as a child, like, and I'm laughing at that now, but like I would like sleep a lot in the dark room, just kind of like not socializing and stuff like that. But anyway, I kind of think I stumbled into fitness that way, and I realized like actually it has a massive impact on my mental health and how great I feel, and I think I mentioned like it gives you such confidence. So yeah, that like I definitely have worked around some of my stuff through fitness. I definitely think though, like having someone there, like a partner or a friend, or I definitely am more vocal and I'm more reliant on talking with people. So like Sonia, like just talking about it has made it
Big help.
Big help.
Making
for me.
people aware, because if you come in and you're having a bad day or having a down day, and for people to actually know, oh, there's actually more going on behind closed doors that people don't realise. But obviously now it's even more prevalent because everyone has shit going on behind closed doors. They can't switch off because they work in their office, which is also their bedroom. So the main thing we want to get across is that everyone goes through these struggles, and it's not just you don't have to have a trauma or a weight issue or something to realise, but COVID is actually having a massive impact on people. So we would encourage you to talk to your friends and ask them how they're doing. Come on to our Zoom sessions just to feel like you're in that community aspect. What other things have you done, Lauren? Have you done much journaling or breath work or anything like that?
Oh, like I love meditation, but even doing some yoga, or just switching off. Like the big thing I'm doing now is just getting out cycling, and especially with the nicer weather, where I was out on Sunday and I was cycling down like an empty road, sun shining, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. But like escaping my four walls of my apartment, escaping the husband and the cat,
we love you, Rob.
We do love Rob, but you know, like going from when I used to be in the gym and I'd be here for 15 hours a day, like I would never be at home and he'd be working till late at night and we'd never see each other. But now it's like constant. We see each other in our like one bedroom apartment, we see each other constantly, and as much as I love him, like you need your own time and you need your own headspace. So like getting out and just into the fresh air is fantastic. I love that.
I'm not an outdoor. My cousins like to tell me I'm an indoor kitty.
Because you're on your PlayStation all the time.
I play a lot of PlayStation.
But that's your mental escape. Everyone has
absolutely
a different.
not.
You just need to find what works for you. Like
he takes out his anger on these poor kids.
Not poor kids. I play with grown men. They're my friends, but they're terrible at the game.
Friends.
God damn.
Do they know who you are?
Meditation.
Yeah.
Like, do they teach you how to sit still, man?
Yeah, and like it's one of those things, like when you come into a CrossFit gym, you're not able to do a bar muscle up on day one, you're not able to do a ring muscle up, you're not able to do a clean and jerk. It's something that you have to develop the skill over time. So I know there's a crew that come on with me, we do it twice a week here, and we don't go straight into meditation because it's hard. No one's going to be able to just sit there for 20 minutes and then obviously Zen mode, and then your brain is just like, why am I sitting here, what's that noise, why is Sonia not hurrying up, looking at their clock and stuff like that. So we did start off with breath work, so different breath work techniques, and we've gone through a good couple of them. And breath work techniques are also really good within just a stressful situation, so they take you 2 or 3 minutes. You can do ones that are less, but obviously in the working day you get off of work and a work call and you really want to kill your boss because you're already working 12 hours a day at home, but simply just doing the box breath, there's something for literally 2 minutes is what's really going to help people. But often being Irish and the whole stigma, people are very like, oh, you do that airy fairy shit. They don't want to take it in, they don't want to try it, whereas when you do try it and you stick to it, you'll reap the benefits just like anything.
I've been guilty of that behaviour in the past.
That's okay, we won't judge.
I still don't think I'd have the patience to sit still and breathe.
You think that? You probably fall asleep and really enjoy it. I think Donald always falls asleep, but he pretends he doesn't. Yeah.
Well, I do it at evening time, so like I find
wind down after.
Yeah, winding down, and I find like I have the best sleeps. Like I'm gone. Like I'm a good sleeper anyway, but like once I meditate, I have like the deepest sleeps, and I go from awake or like, you know, like going to sleep, and then I'm just awake in the morning. I don't stir at all during the night. So like I think like even if you're not doing it for your mental health, but like you just you get such a better rest out of it, which can impact then like other aspects of your life as well.
Yeah, well, if you're on the go all day from literally 6 o'clock in the morning till 8, 9 at night, then you switch off, you're having food, and then you're in front of the TV watching, or you're shooting guns on your PlayStation. Like your heart rate is going to be, I don't know what you do on the PlayStation.
I have actually my Whoop and stuff like that. I actually track my heart rate. It doesn't change at all.
It doesn't.
I get I've noticed that. It's a story for another week. Guys, big thank you to all the girls, the 2 girls, all the girls. Guys, big awareness on mental health. Loads of people are struggling with it. You got 2 totally different sides of the coin with 2 different outlets and dealing with mental health. If you need any help, guys, please do contact us. We'll have stuff in the description below for Darkness into the Light. Like, comment and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Be strong.